Welcome, beautiful soul. This is Mary Jo, Vibrant Wellness Academy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm doing this video to really share with you what is holistic intuitive massage. So welcome those beautiful hands connected to this beautiful heart and your own body. I do love to share about massage. It is something that I'm so passionate about, and yet it's something that I had no idea that this is where life would take me. I got into massage, so just giving you a little bit of my background. I got into massage 20 years ago, and that led me on a pathway. And something's always kind of brought me back onto the path of massage. I took first as a hobby, just to curiosity in my 20s. Once I discovered massage when I went traveling to Thailand and India, took some courses, and I soon discovered that it came very naturally to me. And so when I'm training people, I tend to attract those people who are kind of similar to myself, who don't necessarily realize that they have this gift, this natural gift. It's just I'm there to reactivate it, if you like, reawaken it, and to offer professional massage techniques. So before I started offering massage trainings, I actually set up my own massage day spa in New Zealand. So accent is Irish, brought up in Ireland, and moved to New Zealand in 2008. Around the end of 2009, 2010, I was very guided to start my own little day spa where I lived. And then a few years later, that evolved into moving to another property and my partner coming in with me, and we created a wellness retreat. And so we did that I had the day spa for at least 13 years. The wellness retreat was for 9 years. And then at the end of 2023, I was guided to sell that. And then the last couple of years has been, yeah, it's been a lot of change, a lot of transition. And one of those transitions I'm realizing again and again is I needed to step away from everything I had done, and especially the location and the retreat. It was absolutely beautiful. I loved it. However, my heart and soul actually, what I'm realizing is guiding me to be more global with what I was doing, how I'm sharing, I've trained, how I work with clients. And so that is this YouTube channel, which actually I started way back when I started my Mountain View Massage Day Spa, but then I didn't do a lot with it because I ended up developing another YouTube channel. But then at the end of 2023, I sold that channel with the business. So then a few months ago, I came back to this channel and changed the name to Vibrant Wellness Academy, which is my massage training academy that I set up in 2017. So anyways, that's just a little bit of background. Really what I want to share with you is what is holistic intuitive massage? How does it differ? How does it differ from other massage techniques and ways of offering massage? So what's different? So part of part of my evolution is to really really share what I know and not to hold back. Now, why would I hold back what I know? Because some of what I'm about to share goes against the grain of the old paradigm of how body work has been shared, and how there's these long professional trainings happening. So why does my students, they can do a 6-day massage training with me, and literally this has been the experience. They've come out the end of that week training and given massages at my business, at my day spa, and usually I end the training with practice on new clients that come in. And it's very, very common to hear that was the best massage I ever had. So what has allowed myself to get that again and again from hundreds and thousands of clients over the years. Because remember, like I didn't actually know that I could even do massage initially when I started doing massage. It was just a curiosity, it was just a hobby. And it was through the feedback from clients that I realized, oh, this actually comes really naturally to me. So, my holistic intuitive massage training is for people similar to me, as I said previously, who have a natural gift and don't even friggin' realize it. And what is that natural gift? Sensitivity, highly sensitives, empathic, kinesthetic. So, my training, I set it up as a retreat, an immersive retreat. Because guess what? The more we relax, get out of the head, get into our bodies, get really grounded and present, then the more our intuition flows. So, the biggest obstacle I see with the old paradigm way of offering trainings is it can be very heady. Yes, there's hands-on practice, of course, but it can very intellectual and academic. And I'm not saying there's not a place for that. Of course there is. But of course, we're in the age of AI and technology. So we actually don't need to fill our heads memorizing all this stuff. We need to get to what's actually really, really important, what's actually really, really helpful. And actually, it's about trust. It's about deep listening, deep trust. And that begins within your own body, within your own well being. And you can only cultivate that through your own self care. So before I got into massage, I got into yoga. And so yoga really inspired my massage through breath awareness, through presence, and through relaxing into um, a deeper listening and trusting of what I was really sensing and feeling and intuiting on a deeper level, and how and coming from that more holistic perspective, because yoga in essence, the word yoga means to yoke or to unify body, mind, and soul, to harmonize, to unify body, mind, and soul. So for me, I translated that through my own embodied awareness and embodied kinesthetic experience, was able to translate that to my clients naturally because it just made so much sense. Breath awareness, how important the breath is, the rhythm of the breath, and watching the body, and to to recognize the perfect pressure, and to trust the intuition, which doesn't make sense. It's not intellectual. It's just an awareness. So it's actually just learning to trust the self, trust this thing we call intuition or sensitivity, and realizing that being an empath, when it's empowered, is an incredible gift, because we actually sense and feel what's going on in somebody else's energy field, and then we can attune that to what's happening in the muscles and the nerves, and see what's happening in the breath. So empaths, you are naturally amazing at massage. From my experience, that's what I see. The ones that I see that I can so easily train, is what I can't train is natural passion, natural flair. I can offer techniques, I can support natural flair. So often people who come on my trainings, they just naturally maybe put their hands on partners, or they just really love massage, or they really appreciate touch because they recognize in their own bodies how much it's helped them to feel more grounded, to come out of anxiety. And so that really is the power of a really good quality massage. And I am so sensitive and so in tune that if somebody massages me and they're in their heads, I can tell straight away they're not grounded, they're not present in their body. And I do not enjoy that kind of massage. I don't feel safe. My nervous system doesn't feel safe. So it's not just what we do as massages, it's who we're being. How embodied are we? How grounded? How in connection and aware are we with our own breath? how in tune are we with our own bodies? And again, this is where yoga comes in, and any self-awareness practice. So my perspective is you cannot give what you have not embodied for yourself. And when you do give it in a way that's from depletion, or in a way that's um, not fully in alignment with your own with, for example, if you're, the old way, and why people would have injuries in massage is because they're often just coming from the upper body or from the arms, and they're not coming from the core, because they're not aware of what's actually happening in their own body, or they're holding tightness in their own muscles because they don't have enough sensitivity and awareness to soften and just find and trust the flow, trust the rhythm. So it's all kind of force and effort. And really, if you want to have longevity as a massage therapist, you've got to find a really good rhythm in your own body, and use your body weight, and have lots of variations on techniques and ways to adapt to who's on the table. So whether it's a petite person or whether it's a bigger person, it doesn't matter, because you have enough agility, adaptation, and creativity as well, and ways of being mobile and adaptive within your own body, to find the perfect way to apply the pressure, or to come at it from a new angle, so that you're not creating repetitive strain injury within your own body. So let me know if you have any questions around this, around repetitive strain injury, around posture awareness, around breath awareness, how important breath is connected with massage. So from my experience, this is how I've experienced in the past, is that in deep tissue, people have some awareness of the breath. Generally in relaxation, maybe at the beginning, you might mention some breath, and that's fine. And another key thing to remember here is that what is relaxing for one person can be deep pressure for another. What is deep pressure for another person can be fluffy relaxing for another. So that's why it's so tricky to it can be so tricky for people to find a really good masseuse until they do. And then if that masseuse, stops working or changes location, people can get really stuck. And people ask me all the time to recommend massage therapists. However, unless I've actually had a massage from somebody and really felt their techniques, even when I'm offering a training, I need to have somebody's hands on me so I can feel the subtleties of how they're applying pressure, and give them specific instructions. So this is really fine tuning, and it's the nuances. It's the nuances of massage that takes a great massage, takes a good massage experience to a great massage experience. And right now on the planet, people's nervous system is so rattled with what's going on externally, with a lot of emotions rising to the surface. There's anxiety, there's depression, there's tension, there's all kinds of challenges in the body. And so when you start to realize that the body is a map, it truly is a map and a reflective mirror of what is actually happening in the subconscious. So holistic intuitive massage is also being able to meet people in that deeper recognition that the body isn't just physical. It's not just it's not a meat suit. We have flesh, we have the anatomy, we have the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, the the nervous system, all the different systems of the body. However, on a more subtle level, the body is an energetic system. So we call that meridian lines, acupuncture, pressure points. So when we realize, and this is what holistic intuitive is, it's accommodating that, yes, there's the physical body and there's the energetic body. So there's the energetic listening, there's the emotional listening, there's the physical listening, and it's inclusive. So body, mind, and soul integrated. That's what holistic is. Holistic is initially it's realizing that, okay, you might have a tension in the shoulder, or there could be, like, for example, carpal tunnel syndrome. There's a tension in the the tendon in the palm, and you know where's that tension originating from? Well, it's going to generally come from the neck and the shoulders. And so if you release all the way down, eventually all that will release as well. So holistic is realizing that the body is a whole. It's not just, it's not just you work on this one piece and it's gonna relieve. Um, yeah. So let me know if that makes sense to you. I think holistic is pretty, mainstream now these days. But what I want to bring in is the intuition, is including the energetic, the energy body, the energy field, and being intuitive enough to, yeah, to listen to that. And that field is a lot more sensitive and attuned. And that nervous system that the energy moves through as communication is always deep down, whether somebody's conscious or not of it, subconsciously, the body is always, am I safe here? Is it safe to unwind? Is it safe to release? Is it safe to let those emotions that are being held in the tissue to be expressed? Can this person hold space for me? Will they judge me? So these are the subtleties. So as a massage therapist, it's very important that we become grounded and present, so that we create a safe energetic field. So somebody who is sensitive on our massage table, who is anxious or self-conscious or whatever, they without even having to use words, their nervous system can go, oh, I can drop. I can drop. For example, I got a massage the other day from somebody. It was a nice massage, and afterwards she talked about how she was doing a few moves that, it was probably her that needed grounding. And I asked her if she was open, I could share a little bit about, what I felt during the massage. It was a nice massage. However, I didn't feel really grounded. I didn't feel like, it wasn't a great massage. And part of it was because she wasn't grounded. And I have such a finely attuned nervous system that I could feel where her energy was at. And I could not only feel where her energy was at, but how she applies the massage techniques. That translates as well. How where her weight is balancing within her own body, and how that gets translated down her arm, into her hand, into the touch. So there you go. I don't want this video to be too long. I just wanted to share this passion that is actually in me. And I've tried to steer away from massage, and something brings me back to it again. Usually with a deeper awareness and appreciation for something that does come naturally to me, and that as a soul, not just in this lifetime, but many lifetimes, as a healer. And that yeah, it's a soul memory. So there's that element as well, reawakening that soul memory, that gift. So if you feel naturally curious about massage, there's probably a natural gift there that's wanting to come online and to be activated. And it really doesn't take that long. It really doesn't. It is about just a safe space to bring it online, and to be supported and guided, and to really, it's about trusting. So a lot of my training is about unlearning some of the stuff we've learned in our mainstream conscious, mainstream society and educational systems, because also there can be a lot of fear in those systems, about fearing that you could hurt somebody. And truly, if you're in tune with yourself, in tune with your own breath, and you're deeply listening, then you translate that to the person on the table. And with a few pointers as well, you really, yeah, you're really not going to harm somebody. The only time you're going to harm somebody is if you're in your head, if you're not present, if you're not listening, if you're not attuned, if you're not grounded, if you're not taking care of yourself. So self-care is a very important component as well, that I share in my trainings, and that is included in the trainings, in the training program. Yeah. So with that, I want to share about my trainings. So I am currently in the Coromandel in New Zealand, and I will be offering my next training in Taruya in the last week of November. And I'll probably offer the next one maybe March 2026. I'm not sure the location yet. And then in the summer of 2026, I will be in Ireland, and I haven't set dates or place there, but I am open to invitations in Ireland, in Europe, in England, and even other places that I can travel to and offer my 6-day training. It's a 6-day immersive training that really is a self-care, transformative retreat, as well as learning professional massage techniques to get you going, get you, you'll know the full body massage, and also start to introduce to deeper tissue. Deep tissue is actually quite easy once you've got a really good foundation through the hands, through touch. It's very easy then to move into deep tissue. But I would not personally suggest anybody go into deep tissue as a training without having the foundations, especially if you want to be finely attuned and sensitive, so that it's not painful. I'm not a proponent in that massage needs to be painful or that somebody needs to feel sore afterwards. To me, if you can find the sweet spot between pain and pleasure that allows deep release and deep recalibration of the nervous system, then that's an absolutely great massage. Somebody's going to feel relaxed. They're going to relieve from the tension, from the aches and the pains. Could be shoulder, hip stuff going on. Yeah, very therapeutic experience, basically. Well-being, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally as well. And to feel more grounded spiritually, feel more embodied and present. So yeah, what's not to love about that? What is not to love about that? So yeah, so there you go. You can see the washing on the line out here. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. And yeah, if you'd like, just leave a comment, leave a message. You can go to my website, vibrantwellness.nz, and you'll see Vibrant Wellness Academy. So go check that out for more information on my trainings. I may leave a link as well below and in the comments. But yeah, feel free to ask me any questions. I want this to be informative and interesting. And my guess is a few of you is going to have a few questions, and feel free to challenge me on anything I've said. Feel free to ask me to expand on anything I've said or shared, because this is very short and sweet. What I will say is, massage is an experience. It's an embodied, visceral, kinesthetic experience, just like going to a yoga class, just like life is an experience. So words don't really do it justice to translate what is an embodied experience. So I'll do my best, but yeah, feel free to ask any questions. That helps me as well to see what you're interested in and to go in deeper with any parts I just touched on. So I know I've rushed through that a lot. So if you're still with me, thank you very much. I trust that you found this helpful, and let me know where you're at with your massage, what you're up to. Yeah, it's been such, it is such a joy to share massage with people, and just, again and again, I hear it again and again. People say that's the best massage experience I've ever had, or that's one of the best massage experience I've ever had. Or people come on the training and often they say, I didn't just learn full body massage, I had a transformational experience. So I'm very much about the and to go above and beyond expectation, whether it's a one-on-one experience with a client or whether it's a massage training. Yeah, and I hear from my previous students years afterwards how it really activated them onto their healing path, and massage and other healing modalities. So that's always very exciting to hear as well. So if you feel resonant with this, you feel like you'd like to come to New Zealand, if you're outside New Zealand is an epic, beautiful, amazing country, as we all know. So yeah, plan yourself a 2-week or 3-week or 4-week holiday and a week of that with me learning massage. And also with my massages, I provide an online training portal with more resources and videos, and I'll also be setting up an online community as well. Okay, that's it. That's me. So I look forward to reading your messages and just answering any questions. And I'd love to hear about you. I'd love to hear about your massage background, what trainings you've taken. Are you a beginner? Have you got lots of experience? Do you have any issues? Have you been having physical issues as a massage therapist? What are your challenges? Let me know. I may have some insights. I'm pretty good at kind of connecting the dots of how things kind of may be showing up, because I've also moved through my own experience so much as well. So I've been in this game of massage for 20 years now. I ran my own day spa for 13 years and wellness retreat for 9 years. And now I'm just wanting to share through my massage trainings and retreats. Yeah, I just want to share it with others. And I'm here to really relay the wisdom, relay the possibilities, really, the possibilities, not just to support yourself, to support others, to develop a thriving career. Because let's face it, people need support. More and more people need support with the body, with a safe, being a safe, not just a trauma informed therapist as well. And really the best way to be a trauma informed therapist is to have self-awareness yourself, and to be grounded in your body, and to be very attuned to your own awareness and intuition, and to be adaptive as well, and to really be a safe space that people can release emotions, and help them connect the dots between the physical tissue that actually holds cellular memory and holds emotions. So often when there's a release of emotion, there's a release of pain in the body. So we are fascinating creatures, and this body that we get to move around in really is our sacred temple. So also that's a passion as well, is to bring sacredness back into our touch. We're not just meat bodies. This is the temple, this is the vehicle of our souls, of our spirits. And when we're connecting with somebody else, we want to bring that awareness and that grace and that presence into what we're doing with how we work with people. So if this interests you, as I said, any questions, let me know, and just share what's going on for you and your experience. And yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching.